Hello everyone, Hawkeye here, and today we're going to go with the Gogo Muffin beginner guide. So we'll have a look at this site called borehat.gg. So this is an awesome site created by my friends, and we've all been playing Gogo Muffin for a while now, and it's a fun, idle MMO RPG game. And yeah, just wanted to go through a bit about the beginner's guide. So for those who are looking to try it out, this is where you want to look at starting. So upgrading gear. So when we go to our stash here, what we're upgrading is the slot for the gear. We're not upgrading the gear itself. Like for example, if I change over to this 110 sword, you can see it's still at plus 107 there. And the actual level of the gear doesn't change because we're upgrading the actual slot. So we can swap it freely and the upgrades would stay no matter what. And yeah, we can click here to quick enhance and raise up all my gear. At this stage you can see my gear is a bit skewed here because I've been running out of this resource, the Black Ash Promote Stone, so I've been manually upgrading the gear that gives me attack first. So I've been slowly manually through and upgrading these pieces of gear that give me attack, and then I'll be looking at, like, you can see now I don't have much stones left. There's only 130 stones, so I might decide to... So this was HP, I'll raise another HP piece, so I'll raise this necklace here and max that out, and you can see, yeah, my gear levels are a bit all over the place here and I can't upgrade anymore. And for the beginner's guide, we can use the quick enhance skill to automatically upgrade your gear until around level 65. So I'm already past this CC0. So CC0 is a bit like your rank, and at the moment I'm already on rank 1. When you're rank 0, you go all the way up to level 80, and then after level 80 you can promote to CC1. Yep, and then yeah, so after 65 we recommend focusing upgrades on pieces that increase attack and possibly HP. Alright, so recasting is about re-rolling the stats on your gear. So for example, I go to my gear here and these are my current stats, and you can press this magnifying glass to see what stats is available on that piece of gear. So for example, my sword has all these pretty much like attacking stats. But if I come here to my armor here, my armor all has these like defensive stats. So you do want to tweak your stats. So substats and substat level are tied to the equipment itself, and we have to recast it again when we acquire new pieces of gear. So you don't really want to do this early on, because if you see here, for example, this ring is level 100, but I also got this 110 ring. So if I decide to change this to an 110 ring, this means that my substats would get replaced. Like I probably want to try and see if I can find a better ring, or I want to recast it so I can get some crit stats on this new ring there. So resources plentiful, and we recommend diving into this mechanic after getting gear from Rift level 65. Anything attained before is easily replaceable. Yeah, and then there's the specific class guides for substat recommendations. So legendary gear. So legendary gear is introduced at level 23. So when you go to the main camp here, you can see this anvil. And at the start, you'll get these 2 pieces of legendary gear from the early rifts when Rift 2 is unlocked, and we can forge it using epic gear and a crystal. So we can see it from here. You click on refine, and this is I think this is a really good piece for us to use. Like Even though I'm already past this beginner stage of the game, I'm still using these two pieces of gear because having this legendary gear, it does give me like power, which gives me HP, and this each stack of power increases attack. So I think this is still really amazing, even when you're at the later stages in the game as well. And yeah, you refine it to transfer the epic stats into the legendary gear, and you get the resources from the Rift 2 drops. So what we're talking about Rift is in these trials, the Rift here, and Rift 2, what we're talking about is this one, 23, and we can see the drops here. So Master Power Crystal, this is the helmet, and it also drops the... Where did the... yeah, so that's the helmet, and... Oh, this is the bracer where it drops. You can also buy it from this shop as well. So if you go to this shop, there's in Rift Supplies, you can buy this crystal here using this currency you get from the Rift as well. Rift Supplies coupon. So that's another option. So gear advancement. So gears of epic and higher rarity can be combined to give bonus stats. So go up to tier 5 for epic gear and tier 10 for the first set of legendary gear. So you can see here my master power has already reached tier 10. So max level reached, and that's where we get the extra skill from our legendary piece of gear, and same as this one. So for example, this current gear, I can this is my new ice gear that I have, and I can advance it until tier 15. And every time I advance it, I have to use other pieces as advancement mats to raise it up. And it really just differs on the tier level. So there's tier 2 ones. So for example, where was that 110 ring? So if I wanted to replace with that 110 ring, I can use the old piece that I had tier 2 and basically use that to overwrite this piece and get that to starting from tier 2 as well. So you can see here, the higher the tier, more copies are needed to upgrade to next tier, and when you upgrade past a certain tier, you'll need to use the same crystals used to craft them. So do I have a example here? I don't. So we can see here on this picture, maybe I can expand it there. You can see they need 3 pieces of the crystal to advance to tier 10. So that's why I ended up buying it from the shop to finalize my tier 10 piece there. So advancement tiers are transferable, so you don't want to dismantle older pieces of gear that have been advanced, not knowing they can be transplanted to a newer, high level piece of gear of the same type. So that's what we're trying to do. So see, I got level 100 ring, this ring's 105, this ring's 108. So potentially what I can do is I can use this to eat up the 105, eat up the 108, then swap to the 110. So that's what I'm going to do. So I can advance this to tier 3. Yep, so we'll do that. Tier 3. And then we can equip this 110 ring. And then we can eat up our tier 3 ring and jump straight to tier 3 on that 110 ring. So that's a way that we can do to upgrade our gear there. If everything was done correctly, higher piece should have all the advancement tiers from the previous gear transplanted. So it has a gear tax, so it's used to transfer the base. So that's what we showed there. That's how we transferred. And I didn't actually recast anything. So let me just recast this gear, for example. You can see my stats has gone down, and we can keep the stats, keep the old stats, and maybe we can recast again. Okay, so I probably want to prefer this one. I do lose up on some accuracy, and we can also check our stats as well. So I do have accuracy to spare, 103%. So I can choose to where's my recast, so I can choose to lose that accuracy and replace the stats, so I think that might be a bit better. I get a bit more crit, which is nice. Yeah, the accuracy dropped, but it's still over 100%, so that's what I like to do there. So currently for tier 0, there's 3 gear sets available, 1 for equipment, 2 for accessories. SARS set has a higher base level compared to the King set, so you can look at all the comparisons here. It offers superior stats with no alternative at the moment. It might be worth to stay in King set if you value the crit more than pure stats, but I'm already past that stage, so I'm not really considering these set pieces. So yeah, at the moment I'm going with the Sea Lord's piece, which gives me like mastery 12 at 12%, which, you know, maybe I should have kept my pieces earlier, but did I even have the, yeah, yeah, that's the haste. And did I still have any old King set? Yeah, Kings, but like, I don't know, it's quite a big loss in stats and everything as well, so we'll see. So similar to gear, upgrading a skill affects the slot, not the skill itself, and allows you to swap the skills in and out without fear. So what we can do here is, you can see on my skill level, so this is 81. Even if I change out to like this blade armor skill, it's still sitting at 81. So it's a Scott itself, and you can also click this button to reset. So it costs 0 gems to reset, and we get all the materials refunded. So all the way back, and then we can basically raise it all the way back to where we had. So I think I wanted to keep that around 80, and I do want to balance out my skill levels, so you can see they're all above 80 there. And I think I updated some details of my build, so let's go back to my usual preset of skills and change it back to what I had before. So we recommend prioritizing core skill. So core skill is this middle one there, and then tactic skills is these 3 at the top, and then the passives is at the bottom. So all the skills have important breakpoints at 30, 60, 90, 120 and 150, and should be taken into consideration. So we can see these promotion preview, 30, 60, 90, you can see all the skill effects do change depending on the skill level there. And yeah, I'm going to hit 90 on most of my skills soon, so yeah, definitely something to consider, see which skill I want. Most of them is like the cooldown by 1 second, shield slam by 25%. And yeah, skill rarities, they're divided into rare, which is blue, epic is purple, and legendary is gold. So when attaining highest rarity skills, the star upgrades will be transferred, so don't forget to upgrade them. And invite, let's just reject that. Yeah, so when you get all these extra copies, you can click to star up the skill, and when you get like a legendary version, you can choose to swap that skill over. I think, did I have an image there? No. Alright. So gaining your first copy, any dupes gives you fragments, and we can use to upgrade the stars there, and by clicking the collection stats. So where was that collection stats there? Yep, so we see at the top, collection bonus. So have a bunch of skills, and basically every skills that you have, you do increase the collection bonus of your skill, which is really nice to have. And here are the collection stats as well. So 2-star collection, we get a bit more stats. Yeah, so definitely really good to keep upgrading your skills and building up those stats. A skill can start up to total 15 times, 5 blue stars, 5 purple, 5 gold stars. So you can see most of mine are still a bit low. See all these blue stars here, and yeah, I'm just not getting that many skill upgrades there. And how skills work, so at the moment I'm just running the skills on auto, so you can hold on auto and choose which skills you want to keep on auto or turn on and off, so you can manually cast them, and they just have their individual cooldowns. And yeah, sometimes you do want to save the skills up depending on the situation, especially if you like bossing and everything. For example, I'm running a tank here, so I do want to save my taunt skills when the boss starts hitting my healer or my DPS, and I want to taunt the boss back. Or when the boss is charging up a skill, I do want to shield up to be able to tank that big hit there. Alright, so tactical skills have a fixed cooldown, shortened by increasing your haste stat, and core skills are powered by energy, which regenerates automatically over time. Yeah, you can see the blue bar here going with the energy. And yeah, we'll leave it at the talent tree. So if I go here to my talents here, so for these talent trees, some of the trees, for example, my shield slam tree, it does have left-right option. So if you see some people say, oh, this tree left or this tree right, it means that they've chosen all the right skills here. So yeah, you have to make sure you're picking the right trees and paths, which make a really big difference. So you do have multiple pages. So I do have this built up on the right side for my tank setup. And yeah, we can keep upgrading the skills here. And this one's just the bulwark, which is that there's no choices there. But for example, if I go back to my DPS setup, I'm using Zealous Burden, so I can swap to different type of skill trees. And yeah, it looks like I unlocked a bit more, and I have to do some research on what I want to choose there. And then the shield slam, I chose the left side for my DPS build, so you can reset at any time, which is really good, and it doesn't cost you anything to reset, which is really nice. And you can switch the talent trees around and explore what you feel is best, or for certain situations you might want to change some skills around, change some talent trees around, and that's how you go. And yeah, it does link to the class guide. So we'll end that here for today. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.